picks, support jungler and AD.
Definitely have. So solo lanes a piece. I think Lissandra is going to be pretty high prior as well. I mean, if you're playing Vi, Rakan, Lissandra into Twitch, I think he's not going to have a very hot of a time. So I think that's something that Misfits should look to take away unless they have a really good counter setup. I mean, Sylas is still open, so that would be the go-to. So if Mad Lions ban that, I think you have to respond with Lissandra. And the awkward part is with the Akali ban, that also makes it look like they want Sylas themselves. So tricky situation for Misfits. I think, you know, VTO can play Zoe into Sylas. Do you want to just ban Lissandra and give them that and then counterpick? And that looks like what they're going to do. Ban Lissandra and give them, I expect, the Sylas. See if Niski wants to pick it up and pilot it. VTO definitely will pick it up into Rakan Vi, right? He got some great ultimates to take.
Yeah, and I feel like this is the point where you want to blind pick. I feel like you save the top lane counter pick, especially in a meta like this where it's 90% safe blind picks with just a little bit of spiciness, especially when you look internationally to what's getting picked up. But none of these hovers mean anything. Hover is this? Okay, there we go. All right. A little more standard, a little more conventional, and while she has changed a lot, she's still the reliable powerhouse we know from back in spring.
Definitely is. We'll see what Misfits want to round out here with their 4-5. Some kind of team fight is what you want to look for. It's really difficult to play side lanes when you're playing Twitch Yuumi. As much as they can make plays over side themselves, you really need to cover and protect them in team fights. There's the Orin Sylas. Nothing of a real surprise there that Misfits want to round it out with a big team fight. The question now is, what does Armut pick into Orin? Gnar would be the safe option of just playing side lanes. Could go for things like the GP perhaps into this immobile carry of Twitch for team fights. Aatrox, classic counter. Okay. It's going to go for the Aatrox.
And look, historically, Armut's Aatrox, I've seen it a few years way back when, but not generally a pick that I expect to see from him. That said, his laning phase is steadily improving. And you know what? I'm ready to see what he can do up against Irrelevant on the Ornn, because I was ready for the Gnar, and that would have been very boring. We've seen it a million times. We would have just watched any other lane instead. Now we get a little bit more spice, something a little bit more exciting on the top side of the map.
Yeah, so both comps just drafting mostly team fight. I mean, the Aatrox will win over side against Ornn, just kind of out heals his damage, pushes him in. And that's where Mad Lions will have side lane pressure. But the trouble for Mad Lions draft is
we are 40 seconds away from the first Herald spawn. And right now, Mad just playing in fog.
VTO.
You can hear the calls on stage. Look, look, look. See an opportunity. That's the charm. That's going to be big. Ignite now taking down. Instant kill. The power of Mad Lions. The power of mid push. Full confidence here.
I would love to track Elyoya's pathing over the last minute because it looked like he was shadowing towards bot side, but then he backtracked out of vision towards his Raptors and then went for the invade with Niski. So I don't think Zanzara had any clue. But now we see a cross map here. VTO going to run up towards the top side. Has the Ari ult. He has a lot of gap close. I think
Flash out. Armut still getting hit there. That's disastrous. This would be a solo kill, but they're going to donate it to VTO. Good guy, Irrelevant, helping out the mid laner.
So many dashes. Sylas with Ari ult. 3 from the ult. An E, a W if you count that as well. So there's no running away from that. Niski's going to try to look for a play to push in the wave. So we're seeing action across the map. Well, it's pretty even across the board. Niski
dashing over the wall. That's going to be one Elyoya in the area. Zanzara now flashing back to safety. This is big unstoppable. He needs to cast the ult. Just now has it. A little bit of healing, but not enough to still stand in the end. Good play from Mad Lions. Fantastic layering of the CC there. Just
looking for more.
Put an ult. They want the tip. They pull him into it.
I think he's dead.
Oh my God.
Oh, Elyoya! The Q flash secures the kill. Neon's gonna flash over here.
Neon going for more. Elyoya now looking for the punish. Cat and the rat combo, baby.
Big shutdown. Over to Neon, trying to get that Blade of the Ruined King. The Twitch now accelerated a little bit further. Mid-jungle of Mad Lions is winning. Kaiser, perfect knock-up for Niski. No flash, no ult.
Down. He's got a red. Can they get it? One very slow. Ari waiting for the opportunity to land the charm. Look at Mersa. Mersa just stands in front.
He's blocking it.
Charm in the cap, but you need to hit the rat. Misfits find it.
Oh, Mersa, good mechanical play there, really good awareness. The only way Niski can live is using the W movement speed and charming Neon. Both those things happen.
Ooh, they know someone placed a ward, but they don't know.
Oh, yeah. I think you can just queue over here and just ult the first target.
Oh, we should not say that. That's definitely copyrighted. Zanzara running. He's throwing some resistances, but man, that Trundle ult looking low impact. 0-3-0 for Zanzara.
So much lockdown.
Too much money.
Misfits can force this then. They can dive Armut. Niski has no TP to match. Maybe they have to put the Herald down. Here they go.
Chain's already down. There's no way you make it out of this one. And we've seen this a few times. Oh, the cat taking the aggro.
Mersa was tanking, so he's just gonna fall. I think he just shook his head there. I think he knows he's just made a massive mistake there. There was really no reason for him to die. That should have been an easy, clean dive. Niski will get the mid-tier 1 Irrelevant TP bot to match the Zeri. 3k gold lead to Mad with their mid-jungle spawn. It's incredible. Down on the top side, but here's that dive again. So Mersa is tanking. That tower range is a bit odd, isn't it? Look at how far he is away. Then he goes on to the Trundle.
No, you don't think he
carries on with the tower aggro, and then I think he realizes now that he's made a massive mistake. But the initial tower tanking was quite odd because it looked like the Yuumi was actually quite far away, but I think the hitbox is probably around the Twitch. Anyway, he goes down.
Gets that hourglass, maybe it gets a little bit easier, but still waiting for a bit more money in their back pocket.
Dive this. Misfits can TP in with Sylas, and
Neon
is around. This is a risky dive.
Waiting for the Twitch. They know the Twitch is in the area. Now they're looking down to lock out the rest of the team. They're just ignoring Irrelevant. They don't care about the Orange. Zanzara getting burned down, but now you're trying to turn. Keep your eyes on Neon. Keep your eyes on that Twitch. Here we go, baby. Looking to spray and pray. Turning invisible. Arma will not have it. The Darkened Blade looking for a way in that backline, going back in on Neon, but they will take him down. It's an absolute bloodbath on the bottom side. Forgiven popping the ulti. Trades back and forth.
Wow, feels like a little bit of impatience there from MAD. They just wanted to force a dive onto an Ornn when they saw Zanzara was covering. They know VTO has TP, and the Twitch just based and wasn't showing, so maybe they thought they could get away with a 5v3, but Neon and Mursa show up. Neon was free hitting that entire time. The second the Rakan W is on cooldown, that's the second that Neon can step up and start to dish out damage.
Now was not up in the fight. If it had been available, he might have been able to tear through so many more members of the team.
That's why that completely missed that there, Dracos. If Neon had ult here, I think he would just melt through all three of them, but he was only hitting one person and only hitting onto the Kaiser, onto the jungler, sorry, Elioya. Horn comes in. TP comes in from VTO. Unforgiven joins the fight, but Irrelevant's so tanky. VTO, massive charm as well from taking away that Rakan ult. And Arma does his best to try to turn, but his Q is on cooldown and he gets exhausted. So yeah, he just falls. Neon, good movement there to dodge away from the Q3.
And MAD, you can see two blinking health bars. They retreat there. Twitch with one more item might have been a different
with Twitch. I want to play a teamfight comp with him, but he can do plays like this where Armut is going to get caught napping a bit here. He just saw a glimpse of it. Here they come.
Pulling out. Joji caught a glimpse of him. There it is, Arma cut down.
Simple and easy, and all Misfits have to do when they want to do these plays is have someone cover mid.
Misfits as a team, it's important to remember how they got where they got. At the start of the season, their early game was awful.
Yeah.
It was actually going too late. Scaling up, hold that thought. Charm over the walls. Zanzara now going to be in trouble. Fight now, breaking out. Fight going away, going to continue forward. As we pull the graphic down, a quick pick. Mad Lions finding an avenue right as the dragon is about to spawn.
So, a pick works.
Permission for Arma to now push into the backline to try to find the flank. All focus fire is onto Arma, but they shred through him so fast! No! Neon flashing up to save the Arma to try to finish the job. The Infernal Chain, he's still standing, but no! Kaiser! Elioya! Right into the backline, able to finish him, but VTO still standing. Still a cat strapped to his back. More than enough damage, more than enough healing to keep it going. Unforgiven. Raining down hell. So much lightning going across this team. Maybe, just maybe he can get it done. But VTO, an absolute monster. How many times is he going to have a Yuumi strapped to his back when he could find a carrier? Relevant now going in the charm. Perfectly timed from Niski. Gets the space. VTO! He wants to finish it, he gets it! The chain last, but Niski ready for a fight. Zanzara versus Niski. Flashback, he gets it! Oh, mid versus mid.
Niski has one stack, but VTO has around a quarter of a health bar. He needs to land everything if he wants to get the kill. I think Niski can't take this fight. He's going to have to back away. VTO has the ultimate!
Niski,
he's dead.
He's dead. Bye-bye, baby. Cat to finish it. The shutdown.
And that's just what we talked about. Neon has to die to carry the torch, to carry Misfits in these fights. So Armut flanks, and initially it looks like Neon can get away with this because he's free hitting and VTO's peeling for him, but Unforgiven, great gap close. Kaiser's there to turn. Neon dies, but then VTO is the man of the fight with a Yuumi strap to his back, just as you said. Elioya's ult still on cooldown, Niski's ult still on cooldown, and that's why Mad Lions, Misfits, are winning this fight. But when the ultimates come back up, it looks like there's hope, and Unforgiven with the kiting, they can turn, but the healing was just way too much.
So incredibly difficult. The Yuumi healing coming in, the W as well. Boom, right back. 400 health coming in for him. Niski, it's so clean. The flash out to make sure the back half of the Orb of Deception hits him. But I think he's got no business being here. I think this is movement. This is saying, hey, I believe I can outplay you in the 1v1, but it's not a 1v1, bro. The Yuumi is there. Niski baited out, shut down. He should have walked away, Mark. He should have just walked away.
He had a shutdown on his head as well, so, I mean, I think if he had maybe 2 stacks on the Ari ult, he could have tried to go for the clutch, tried to go for the hero play, but now look what you've done. Look at running on him. Armut's on the flank, Niski's on the way.
Trying to bait some cooldowns out, but Neon on the backside. They're just going to try to delete him. It looks like he's going to be successful. Stopwatch buys himself a brief moment. Neon now going to... He's out! Keep your eyes on the ulti. Where's he going to go for now? Is Armut instantly going to the backside, but the cat is keeping him healthy. So much time bought by VTO, but VTO goes down. One carry still deleted.
VTO's down, but so is Armut, and I think Neon can heal up here. And they can try to turn this.
7 seconds on that ulti. Keep your eyes on that cooldown. Ticking, counting down.
Oh my god, you can see the power of stopwatch against Vi. Neon had 5 people on top of him. He had a Vi ult, Rakan ult, and he managed. So Xandar is just kind of forcing on Unforgiven. He wants to get mid push. Elyoya just Q flash ults here. Neon could have stopwatched maybe a fraction earlier to kind of min-max, but managed to get it off before the knockup. Flash it to the side here, and only Armut can follow up. But this is where it turns for Mad Lions in a positive way, because they all go onto VTO. They get the crown off. Everyone focuses him down while Armut buys time. Both teams just basically peeling. And then it turns into a 1-for-1. Niski gets a stack and gets out.
And obviously, the fact that Armut is still able to walk away with...
He has GA.
Has it for the next fight. You're right, you don't have to wait 5 minutes.
Neon knows he'll do damage, otherwise come at me, bro, because it's VTO who is the problem. And now Misfits are starting Nash. TP behind. A fight's gonna kick off.
VTO, crowd blocking a lot of the upfront damage. Ariel now stolen away. VTO movement is okay, but the chain CC is there, and it might just be better. Goes Golden, finds himself a brief moment. Neon untouched on the backside. The Infernal Chains lock him up, but he's knocking everybody down. Hit the Twitch, guys, but they don't do it. Unforgiven, deleted, Misfits, triple kill for Neon. VTO tanks all that damage.
Patience struck in the mid game, and now desperation strikes in the late game as they try to force this fight onto VTO, who has the crown initially and then has the Ariel. So many dashes. The stopwatch keeps him alive as well. So look at Neon just free hitting with his ult as well, and then Mad are just focusing down VTO for so long. He manages to get out. The front line still in their face. And then that's it. Mad have nothing left. Niski no charges. Unforgiven can't finish off Neon. Triple kill over to him. Great front to back from Misfits.
Incredible. And this is the thing that they were good at the start of the season. This is the thing that allowed them to win games even when they were throwing away early games, was their mid to late game team fighting. This game, it was a struggle in the early game. Those 2.5 seconds, so fight deciding. And now splitting up the map, playing 2 lanes here.
They're a bit split though.
Looking for an avenue, trying to focus up Zanzara. Still has the cat. Good bit of extra movement speed. Unstoppable, running out to safety. Charm. The chain CC now coming together. They're going to try to lock up VTO. He takes away the Oriole, but he's trying to fire back. Goes Golden again, and the rest of the team is here just
Here comes Neon!
Neon on the back line! We saw it once, why not watch it again? It's a monster fight for the side of Misfits. Mad Lions.
It's an ace. They're just going to end just like that. Mad knew the clock was running out and it struck over for Mad. I mean, there's nothing left for them to do. They just have to try and fight. The more Misfits get, the harder it is for Mad Lions to crawl back with this comp. So just force and engage, and Misfits respond well. So many dashes from VTO. And that's going to put Misfits in 3rd place.
Credit to Misfits. This could have been the win that secured Mad. Monster performance from the team. Misfits take down the Mad Lions. And the early game was rough. The Twitch was ahead, but it was all falling apart. But still, Misfits find it. Mad Lions, when they get leads in the early game, we're used to seeing them snow.